Okay, I think that we are recording. We are live. First disclaimer, this is not something that we've done many times, so apologies if it's a little bit weird. We're trying to get the hang of Zoom meetings and presenting over Zoom, but are extremely appreciative of the opportunity to do so. Additionally, if our video in the top right corner blocks out anything that is on our deck that's covering any pertinent information, don't worry, we will send over the full deck as well so you can see all of that stuff. You probably are also looking at us and saying, why aren't you guys 6 feet apart? Evan has been in my quarantine crew. We have been working on this, seeing each other day in and day out. So we did not break any rules for the filming of this, so fear not. And I guess without further ado, you want to kick it off?
Awesome. So good evening, everyone. And thank you for your consideration of hiyo for the Knapp Venture Competition. My name is Evan Quinn, and along with my co-founder, George Yeomans, I'd like to introduce to you hiyo, a mood-boosting social tonic that serves as a refreshing, fun, and functional alternative to alcohol. Now, last year, I received a phone call saying that one of my family members had been taken to the hospital with alcohol poisoning. The doctor said that the only reason that he survived that day was because he had trained his body to drink that much, which for me was a very frightening reality.
Now, we both come from families with alcohol dependencies and would venture to say that everyone listening to this is not more than 1 or 2 degrees of separation from someone afflicted by this disease. So we both took some time staying sober last year, and while we still have a drink now and again, we really prioritize our health. And unfortunately, it's pretty hard to do that while out with friends when drinking is the default. The options are either sugary mocktails or painfully boring sodas and limes. What we were looking for was something to get the same mood-altering effect that we seek from alcohol, but instead from healthy functional ingredients. And what we were looking for was social tonics. It turns out the market is begging for them as well. Now, you may be asking yourself, what's a social tonic? Well, allow me to clear that up for you. A social tonic is a healthier, mood-boosting drink that can be consumed socially. Basically, a social tonic is beer's cooler 2020 cousin. It's consumed in the same settings with a similar stress-relieving effect, but without the hangover or the calories. The value proposition for social tonics is pretty simple. Get happy and stay healthy.
So please, everyone, put your hands together and please say hello to hiyo, a new social tonic with a powerful potency and premium healthy ingredients that deliver an engaging, uplifting, and stress-free feeling. Now, these 12-ounce modern art pieces hold within them a potent tonic of some of the strongest plant-based remedies the world has to offer, giving consumers an amazing mood-boosting experience. With powerful adaptogens and terpenes like rhodiola and limonene, botanicals like ginger and turmeric, you'd think that sounds very healthy, which usually means horrible. But the taste might be the best part of this drink. You'll be absolutely blown away by the complex yet never overpowering flavor profiles of our ginger lime, our mango, and my personal favorite, lemon lavender. Even more impressive is our nutritional panel that boasts only 10 calories, 3 grams of sugar, and only 4 carbs. And at $14.99 for a 4-pack, hiyo is accessible to even the tightest bank accounts, reeling in the most discerning consumers to give our drinks a try.
Now, we didn't just stumble upon this incredible formula. It took a lot of time and effort, and basically all of our life savings to create this. So over a year and a half of product development with 30 iterations, countless hours with a team of beverage scientists, a stamp of approval from a very trendy medicinal herbalist, 5 sampling events with 186 participants, and then we finally landed on our winning formula. And when we were creating this formula, we really prioritized 2 things. First and foremost, it had to taste great. Not good, great. Like I am craving a mango hiyo great. And second, it had to have a powerful mood-enhancing effect. That is why we included ingredients like terpenes and adaptogens. So popularized by the cannabis culture, terpenes are essential oils found in all plants that hold numerous health benefits. And let us be clear, there is nothing cannabis-derived in our drinks. And then to arrive at that ideal social mood, we combine 3 different popular terpenes that give consumers an energized, mood-elevated, and stress-free feeling. And on the other hand, adaptogens are potent herbs that help the body counteract the harmful effects of stress. They work synergistically with our terpenes to deliver a noticeable mood enhancement. And we rounded out our formula with other popular plant-based ingredients like L-theanine, ginkgo, ginger, and turmeric, which are all well known for their unique health benefits. And the result? A better for you plant-based social tonic that is non-alcoholic, non-psychoactive, and 100% federally legal.
So at this point, you may be wondering, does it even really work? And we wanted to know the same thing. And so what we did is we hosted 4 separate sampling events simultaneously with 50 unique participants to see how people felt after drinking as much hiyo as they wanted. Our goal was to capture participants' consumption habits, the effects that hiyo had on their mood, and how they felt immediately afterwards, as well as the next morning. Here are the words that people use to describe the feeling that they got that night: relaxed, social, calm, and happy. Our sampling events were all overwhelming successes. One last thing that I'd like to point out about our sampling event: hiyo received a net promoter score of 18, which is well above the NPSs of any of the leading beverage companies in 2020. And while this is skewed because we are a new beverage brand, it is really promising to know that our social tonic is worth sharing. And now that we're confident that when consumers try hiyo, they will become brand advocates, we really wanted to know, is there a large demand for this type of product?
And the answer is a resounding yes, because of this beautiful trend called Sober Curious that is sweeping the nation and frankly the world. And it's really taking Gen Zers and millennials by storm. So you may be thinking, wait, there's actually a trend called Sober Curious with Gen Zers and millennials. And yes, it is officially cool to be sober. Millennials are actually bragging more about staying sober on the weekend as opposed to getting drunk. But don't just take my word for it. In a recent Nielsen study, 66% of US millennials are trying to reduce their alcohol consumption, citing health and weight loss as the primary drivers. And roughly 60% of consumers want better choice when it comes to non-alcoholic options and already alternate with non-alcoholic drinks on a night out.
Now, while alcohol consumption has been on the decline the past few years, it still pulled in $80 billion in wholesale revenue in 2018. Of that, 0.5% or 400 million were non-alcoholic sales, with experts projecting that the low and no alcohol category will grow by 32% through 2022. On top of that, the ready-to-drink segment is growing the fastest with a 39% CAGR over that same time frame. So to reiterate, younger generations want to be healthy, alcohol consumption is on the decline, and the ready-to-drink non-alcoholic space is only getting larger.
So while the category is still emerging, if history has taught us anything in the beverage sector, it is that innovation is usually bought. In 2007, Coca-Cola purchased vitamin water to the tune of $4.1 billion. In 2016, Pepsi bought Kavita for $500 million, and in 2018, Keurig Dr. Pepper acquired Core Water for $525 million. Through our research, we know that Big Beverage is keeping a watchful eye over this category, with some already beginning to invest. And we believe social tonics will be the next big wave of beverages.
So while hiyo isn't the first mover, it is an early mover, and players in the market have yet to be established. The low and no alcohol space has many different subgroups, including new age mocktail companies like Seedlip that have the taste but no functionality. And then there are cannabis-derived beverages like Recess that have their own regulatory issues to deal with. And finally, we have direct competitors like Kinyu Forks, who's currently leading the social tonic category, but whose success we really view as a positive because a rising tide raises all boats in the category. But how hiyo will stand out amongst the competition is by winning on calories, functionality, price, and in our humble opinions, taste.
So the types of consumers who are going to love hiyo can vary significantly, as we believe it's great for anyone who's wanting a healthier way to unwind. But our target demographic will be the 26 to 40-year-old range, skewing coastal and in main metropolitan areas. These people are health conscious, other conscious, and earth conscious, meaning they are purposeful in the choices of which brands to incorporate into their lives. These people have busy schedules full of demanding jobs, rich social lives, and are always staying active.
So our formula was completed by Power Brands, who is a leading beverage development firm located here in Los Angeles in December of 2019. And not only did they assist us in the product development phase, but they'll also be producing our 600 unit pilot run once production resumes post-COVID-19. Power Brands is a soup to nuts shop, so they also introduced us to all of our ingredient, can, and label vendors, all of whom we've already purchased from in order to do our production run. In parallel to this initial small scale run, we will begin to pursue relationships with long-term production and distribution partners, which we view as a critical step in meeting our projected demand. We intend to engage BevSource, who is a leading beverage solutions firm, to help assist us in finding the ideal strategic partners in this regard.
So educating consumers about our product and our overall category is going to be a key challenge. So effective marketing is essential. To start, especially with the current social climate, the entirety of our marketing efforts will revolve around our direct-to-consumer business, pouring the majority of our efforts into digital marketing. This will come in the form of earned media strategies, of garnering loyal and vocal brand ambassadors, seeding user-generated content, and utilizing consumer press. We will also have a presence on all social media platforms, including Facebook groups and Reddit, with a robust email marketing program and fun and educational brand blog. Regarding our paid marketing efforts, our goal is to create an authentic digital presence through influencer partnerships, SEM, and niche video marketing that align with our brand ethos.
So our initial sales efforts will be focused on driving D2C sales, but we will also try to secure one key on-premise account for our July launch if permitted by COVID-19. And we are currently engaged in initial discussions with the Bungalow in Santa Monica, as well as the Venice waterfront. We intend to have a hyper-focused growth strategy by first achieving a high velocity in our initial key account, and then using that account as a case study to expedite the conversion of other new accounts. And as we refine this on-premise strategy, we'll also be pursuing select local retailers so that consumers can conveniently purchase hiyo to enjoy in their own homes. Once we've established our proven sales model in California, we will begin to replicate it regionally in other metropolitan hubs populated by our target demographic. Ultimately, for long-term sustained success, volume is the name of the game in beverage. So we'll position hiyo as an attractive opportunity to partner with a national distributor who can give us a strong presence in national retail chains, specialty grocers, and corner stores.
So we'd love to introduce you to the team. Having known each other for over 10 years, the team is made up of individuals who have complementary skill sets with backgrounds in finance, experiential sales and marketing, and brand building. Team hiyo is also guided by a board of advisors who are serial entrepreneurs, having grown highly successful brands in the natural food, alcohol, and non-alcoholic beverage spaces.
So all of our supply chain, marketing, and sales efforts support our path to profitability. You'll notice two key items in this graph. First, there are two nice bumps in revenue, one in year 3, which shows when we have achieved significant traction and expanded out of California into other large metropolitan hubs like New York and Chicago, and another one in year 5 that coincides with hiyo contracting with a national distributor. Secondly, and most importantly, the company becomes profitable in year 3.
And we'd love to talk to you about why we will win. In order to win in CPG, we've identified 3 categories that must align in order for a startup to have serious success. 1, the product has to be incredible, and the brand really has to stick. 2, there has to be a demand for the product. And 3, for our approach, there has to be a significant opportunity for acquisition. So for hiyo, I hope you know by now that we have been hyper-focused on making a drink that delivers big on taste and functionality. We also believe our brand is inviting and warm, encouraging trial and sharing amongst friends. The category is also one that is growing exponentially and sits between revelry and wellness. We just need to make sure that our education process is fun and inviting so people understand how healthy social drinking can be. Lastly, many of the beverage industry's top brand houses have recently turned to the strategy of innovation by acquisition, which means allowing new entrants to test the market as opposed to completely shutting them out. By building a strong brand with a loyal following, hiyo will position itself as an attractive acquisition opportunity rather than a competitor.
So we will soon be opening our first fundraising round in order to officially launch hiyo. We are targeting $1 million from high net worth individuals, sophisticated angels, and institutional investors who have beverage expertise. This check size is necessary because it will cover 12 months of runway of our operating expenses as well as our working capital needs. On behalf of our team, George and myself, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to consider hiyo as this year's Knapp winning recipient. We are hiyo, and we are changing the way that people drink for the better. Thank you. And
we'll stop recording.